Hi fossil lovers, this is How To Guru. I'm serving up a plate of giant teeth. Yeah, these come out of wrecks. I was sitting here looking them over and I noticed this one is busted down this way. Like he got hit, or maybe he bit down too hard, but he bit his tooth in half. Well, not quite in half. There was another strange one here. I gotta quit moving the camera. There was another strange one here. I think it was, I'll find it here in a minute. It had a chunk taken out of it. Well, where in the world did that go? There's one. See that? Look. Nah, that could have been my shovel. That looks fresh. But I did see one of these. There it is. I'll hold it at an angle. Let's see, let me rotate it. See that chunk? Could that have been a huge sword? Say that's the outer tooth, closest to his cheek. And that sword come along, bam, got him in the cheek and hit him in the tooth and cracked his jaw and knocked the teeth out. That's just strange to me. I mean, everything else is perfect except for it looks like, and it's old, that's not a new removal. That looks like it was original. It happened when everything happened. See, if you were just looking down that tooth, you don't see no difference in color like you do this one. See this one here? See the color? That's what it looked, that's the inside. That just happened. That was my shovel, I guess. I gotta be real careful, you know, when you're putting the shovel on the ground, when you feel resistant, you gotta stop and back up a little because you're gonna end up busting something. But anyway, I'm trying to group them up. Well, I got 7 teeth here. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 teeth. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, we got 8 teeth here. These two look similar, but that's a funky one. See that? Why would his tooth come here? Unless, oh, look at that. That's busted too. It busted down this way, and that looks original. Look at the DNA in there. Is that yellow? Guys, get a good look at that. See that yellow? That's his DNA. That sucker broke. When he got hit with something bad. I don't know. Maybe they beat him with a baseball bat, kind of thing. I don't know. But this guy took a beating. I've got a theory too. I was going to tell everybody that across my street, a lady about 20 some years ago came by with my neighbor, and they were looking. My wife wanted them to look at the property and help her figure out where to put a house. Well, the lady was a psychic lady, and she could feel entities and stuff. And she said there was a very, very, very bad presence across the street on that hill over there. And she recommended not building a house there. And she came over to this side of the street, and she said it felt nice and calm and good vibes. And what I'm thinking is, now that I got this graveyard on my land, and it was a battle, definitely a battle. I mean, you can see this guy took a beating. I'm thinking the bad guys were on the other side of the road. And you figure if it's raining and water's coming up high, you're always going to go to higher ground. So maybe the good guys were on this side and the bad guys were on the other side. So I don't know if the Titans were the bad guys and the Nephilims were the good guys or the other way around, but I think the bad guys were bigger because they beat these guys up. They killed them all. They wiped them out. And the other thing is, all my bodies are in 2 foot of ground. And to me, that's like, okay, a guy dies, you're battling, right? You're having your battles, but you have some men in the back taking care of all the dead bodies because you don't want to be tripping on them, you don't want to smell them, all that. So they're pulling bodies and digging holes and they're burying them, and they don't want to go real deep. They just want to get them enough to get covered. Well, if the guy is 25 feet tall, a 2 foot hole is nothing. A couple of scoops and he's probably got it dug. So they're digging, you know, they dug out some spots, they threw them in there, they covered them up, and they're having their battles, and it got down to where it was the last couple of guys, and I think that's where Rex comes in. I think he was like one of the last ones to battle, and he lost because nobody took care of him. They just let him lay there, and he didn't rot. Nothing came and chewed his bones or picked his eyeballs on him. He did nothing about it. He did not rot. So that tells me that they were in the middle of a rain. The heavy rain was coming down 4,000 some odd years ago, the Noah's flood. And they're battling, what they're battling for, who knows? I can't imagine that you'd think that they would want to help each other, but maybe the bigger giants were really crazy. Maybe they were just like, loony, and they had no choice but to fight them. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna write a storybook because I think that's what's happened. Nobody will believe me, but it's the only thing that's making sense to me. So here we got a cracked tooth, a split down this way. This one split this way, because that's why it looks funky. One of these I just had, a chip came off over here. See that chip? Yeah, it was on top of one. I think it was on that one. I don't know. Somehow I moved it around and it fell off. Oh, yeah, he's losing his teeth. But they all have some kind of weird stuff to it. Now that's a nuke hit. That's a shovel hit right there. I'm getting bad with that. I got to get better with that. This was in the beginning though when I first started digging them up. And I realized I got to be careful if I feel resistance. I know it's a rock and don't push. This one's in good shape. I don't see anything wrong with that one. I'm going to try to wrap this up because I don't want to take forever downloading. These things take forever. It took me like 5 hours to download that one, but you can see the damage. That tooth's busted. That tooth's busted. Man, did I get that right? That tooth is busted. That one's busted. That one's got a, like, you can see it's like a sword or something. Might have hit this way or it could have come in that way. He might have got stabbed with the sword. I don't know. But that's a big wide gap. If that was a sword, that sucker's hit some metal. Oh, and this one's cracked too. See that? So I don't know if maybe he just got hit so hard in the jaw, punched in the jaw that he bit his teeth and cracked his own teeth. I don't know. But he's taking some damage here. See, that one's in good shape. Ernie, if you're watching this, I'll go ahead. I want to send you one, but if you're going to move out this way, I'll just hang on to them. I don't mind giving people teeth. I'm sure this guy's got a mouthful of them. And I got other one. I saw a tooth on the ground the other day. I was filming. I picked something up and I'm going, I don't know what this is. And I'm looking at it. And then after I watched it, I said, oh, that was a tooth. It was a big tooth because from that bigger giant. That could be the enemy. I'm thinking that big finger that I got that's 22 inches long, that could be the enemy. Because these other guys all seem to be about the same size. I'm looking at their backbones and I got the same dimensions. So I'm thinking these were all same guys. They're 24 footers. They're all related. They're all buddies, whatever. They're in their army, whatever was going on, And then these weirdos on the other side of the street thought they were going to just take them over. And I'm thinking about scanning metal detecting the whole ground. If I can get my metal detector to work right, I'm hoping that maybe they had money back then, or maybe they had gold rocks or something, gold pieces that they used as money. I don't know. Anything's possible with this. It's been 4,000 some odd years, and nobody wants to talk about these guys, and they try to hush it up. I don't know. It's just a lot. There's a lot there, and I'm thinking I'll scan that whole field. That's the only field I never scanned. I used to scan behind the house and up in the woods and everything, never finding nothing. I found a pickaxe head, a pick without the handle. The handle was all rotted, so I put a new handle in it. I had me a nice pick. But other than that, I found nothing. And now this field is full of bodies. If I just had one of them scanning things, I could just scan over the land and find all the images of all the bodies. I'd be able to know how many's there. But my property goes even back further off to another field, and I'm sure that field's got bodies too. My creek is full of body parts, and I looked at another area where the creek runs through, and it's full of body parts. So I think where the creeks have run through, what had happened was got enough rain at one time that it created a little stream, and then the stream ended up being a bigger stream and then like a creek eventually, and it washed all the dirt away, and boom, there's these rocks or fossils on top. I didn't even have to dig them up. They're right there on top. My next video I'll probably show you guys those. If this rain keeps up, I might show you some of my other fossils. But oh, here's one. I got one right here. Here's a little, I think that's a baby's foot. It could be a tooth. Maybe it's a baby tooth. I don't know. But it just has this no toes look to it to me. What do you guys think? Let me put it down there. You think that's a tooth? I found this somewhere down the creek. I'll turn it real slow. It almost looks like a tooth, doesn't it? Now that I think about it. But see, this tooth is flat here and round here, so that would be like a foot to me. That's what I'm thinking. And if it's a no toes, the toes are hidden and they're over here, and it's a little infant. Well, the other thing I wanted to show you guys real quick before I let this go is the teeth are like three-sided. Look at it this way. Triangle. One side, two side, three side, and then that's the point that he bites with. So he's got pointy teeth, I guess. I don't think he can be much human. I mean, he's got a lot of human look to him, but I don't know. Are our teeth like that? Triangle? See, you got that flat side, that flat side. See that? Now this one's only like two-side. It's like oval, see? But here's another big one. It's the same way. It's oval. So I don't know. These back teeth, top teeth, front teeth, back, outside teeth, inside teeth. He could have 2 rows of teeth. Look at this. This one's got 1, 2, 3. Now that's 4-sided. It's like a square. So why does he have square teeth, triangle teeth, and oval teeth? That's the question for today. Can anybody answer that question? Now see, this one's like that one, 2-sided. It's almost got a 3rd side. See that? It's got this flat side, and this flat side, and this flat side. So that's almost a triangle. Real close. Okay, and this one, and basically 2 flat sides. And isn't that weird? He's got different teeth for different chewing, maybe. I don't know, but I think oh man, I'll be jumping excited if I look in his mouth and he's got 2 rows of teeth. Well, I'm going to sign off because I'll probably never get this thing downloaded tonight. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.